we have no baseline because this is, and then again, I was just looking for some tips, and because how do we know that the program is successful if we have no baseline? Because if we're a startup and we haven't really gotten out there and been out there and say, hey, we can't keep getting doors shut in our face. And then all of a sudden we have a program, we say, oh, you know what? Wow, now all of a sudden now things are great. So my concern is that we have no base. What's that?
Yep. What an excellent question. And let me use some NLP.
So we have no baseline to determine, is this program truly helping us, or is it just we, think people are receptive to our business model? And granted, as we've been going through this process, everyone's like, wow, that's a great business model. Oh my God, that's going to be great. You guys are going to do so well. And we're like, I believe in it. My partner, she's like, oh, yeah, I don't know about this, And again, granted, we've been doing the same thing in healthcare, and we're just moving in a different direction. And what we've done is we've kind of given away our advice for free for so long. And she's like, I kind of feel funny about charging for the advice that we're giving. I'm like, I don't. I feel really good about it. She's like, I don't know. So there's a confidence thing as well with her.
Let me answer both of those issues for you, okay? I'll take the first one first, the second one second, okay? Let me use some NLP to kind of walk you through, because watch how powerful NLP is, okay? So I'm assuming, when you laid out, for you to take $40,000, you can't take that lightly, either one of you, and invest it into something that, you need to have some certainty that it's successful. But you didn't have a baseline either when you invested that $40,000, did you?
That's correct. That's correct.
So why did you invest that $40,000?
Because we believed in it, and I wish we believed in it. We believed in it, and actually I have to tell you, we had so many hurdles going through everything. We first were going to open a storefront. Then, because of the product line that we sell, we had certain things we needed to have approval from the Department of Agriculture, because some of the products are natural products derived from plants. The Department of Agriculture would not bless the site unless the Department of Health approved it. Well, guess what? The landlord that we were renting from had like 4 different properties. He was kind of submitting all the information for the one that was approved, the one site that was approved. The 3 sites were not. The other 3 sites were not approved. Department of Agriculture comes out and they said, this is not approved. This site's not approved. You can't operate your business here. Now we get into a situation. It was kind of a mess, and then we decided we're just going to go online. And this is in the middle of COVID. We said we're just going to go online. Started going online. This doesn't feel good, because just going online and just doing this is not what we want to do. We need to have a storefront. We need to have an office space where if somebody wants to come in, sit down, have a consultation, talk about their therapy, look at our products. So then we circle back and said, let's go and look at an office location instead of having a storefront. Now we go from storefront to online to office location. Hence where we are right now. So our business model has kind of sort of changed. I mean, we're doing the exact same thing that we wanted to do, but we kind of had to pivot twice in the last year, and with all the hurdles and the litigation and everything. So that's where we had some hurdles that we had to clear. And now that we've gotten all those clear, we say, okay, let's get moving. Let's get going. And that now I understand. Now she and granted, I could probably use some listening techniques because the whole time she had been saying that she was not comfortable or, oh, I don't know how we can do that. And I was like, come on, we'll get over it. And now, after now going back, and she's like, well, I've been saying the whole time. I was like, yeah, I know, I realized that now. Kind of didn't realize it then, but so we've got to get her over that hurdle.
Yes, that's what
And
we're going
getting
to
out,
talk about.
and that's where, and in the beginning, she's like, well, can we go out together? Absolutely, we'll go out together. I don't have a fear of going out and talking to people and asking for people's business and, talking to them like a human being. And,
Correct.
I've been in a supervisory. I used to be, in my past role, I was actually a lobbyist for my company as well. So I used to have to go to the Capitol.
Wow.
We would go to the state capitol. We would go to Washington D.C. and we were talking to senators, representatives. And let me tell you, those guys that's the ultimate sales right there, because
That's right.
in many cases, and I mean, some of them flat out told me, they said, listen, I like it, but I can't vote against my party. I was like, come on. That's when my eyes really opened.
Wow.
My eyes really opened to true politics. I was like, wow, that's what politics is all
Yeah.
about. These guys are not for the people; they're about their party. And that was probably
And their selfish interests,
7,
right?
8
Getting
years
reelected.
ago, and I was like, this is this is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I'm so glad
So,
you're doing something you believe in and you love. And there's two things here. We have to. I'll cover the baseline thing in a second, but well, actually, let's just cover it now since we'll do it in order. But the reason I asked you, and I don't know if you caught it, but what a powerful technique. I was running the same track of, well, where was your baseline with your business? Well, I didn't have one. Well, why
right,
did you do it? Because I believed in it, because I feel it. And that's
right.
the same thing with this, Terry, is
Mm-hmm.
the difference is that we guarantee it. Your 40 grand is not guaranteed to come back,
Oh, absolutely.
right? When you do my
Correct.
training for the first month, two things are going to happen. One, you're going to get the feeling of certainty that, oh my gosh, and that's really the same certainty that you had to start the business, or you wouldn't have spent the 40 grand.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
the difference here is you get your 40 grand back in the sense that if you go through month one twice, and so does your partner, if you're not 100% convinced, you got that feeling, oh my God, I know we don't have a baseline, but we didn't either when we spent our money for our business. I could see this is going to, even at my level as Terry, going to give me the edge. This is worth every penny. This is going to make me money. Now, for your partner, it's huge. Because if you look
Mm-hmm.
right here, and we kind of talked about this a little bit, and don't worry, I see you walking around. Don't worry, I can talk, and you don't need to see
No,
my
I'm turning
face.
on my fan.
Oh, okay, cool.
The
But
fan.
we need to get her
Fan.
beliefs aligned, Terry. We need to get her beliefs properly aligned, that she's not hurting people. She's doing the opposite. She's helping them. Because, again, I'm going to help deliver the message that if you're not closing someone, you're hurting them.
Correct.
Right? Think about it. I mean, it's just,
That's absolutely.
it's huge.
Okay, I
I'm ready when
appreciate
you
it.
are. You got it. What's the card number?
It's 4100 3